A Plague Tale is a funny old game. I saw it sitting as a thumbnail on the Xbox Game Pass screen for ages and passed it off as some kind of cheap graphic adventure I wasn't really interested in. When I was working on the Xbox Fan Fest in Madrid, get me, I then saw the trailer for this sequel, Requiem, and was like, hang on, what's this? An awesome looking stealth action adventure? I'm all over that shizzle. So I downloaded the first game and thoroughly enjoyed it, impressed by the visuals, voice acting and game mechanics, and the heartfelt journey Amicia and her brother Hugo endure as they fight a plague of rats called the Bite, nasty soldiers who want to attack them, and the other gruesome fact that Hugo is actually infected with something called the macula that means he is linked to the rats and can actually control them. Ooh, spooky. In this sequel, things start off happy and normal, but of course soon take a turn for the worse when we find out the new town the family has moved to is also plagued by swarms of rats and people dying of the plague. Add to that, Hugo is being gravely ill and the town's soldiers wanting to kill them after Amicia went absolutely postal on them, and we've got yet another excuse to hide, sneak, set traps, and also play The Floor is Lava, where the lava, in this case, has teeth, fur and a tail. The quality of the storytelling and visuals is once again outstanding, with the world really feeling like it's living and breathing around you. In sections where you're not in peril, small details such as the animals and townsfolk all making the place feel alive is really engrossing and involving. When it comes to all the stranger danger you'll be facing, once again you sometimes go it alone, but most of the time you're working with one of your fellowship to progress through the story. Lucas makes a return and can help you by turning wheels and helping push items about on your command. Hugo joins you again through some of the game as you hold his hand and protect him from all the badness around. And you can even get joined by some other characters who can go on the attack for you, making you feel a little less vulnerable than before. In fact, the developers have listened to gamers, including myself, who found it a bit frustrating if you got caught by one of the soldiers. In the last game you were killed on the spot, whereas here you have one counter before you can stab them if you have a knife like in the first game, and even get a second life when the rats swarm you occasionally, which is welcome indeed. You'll be on the offensive a lot more in this game. New is the ability to coat enemies in tar and explode tar barrels to set them aflame. You get a crossbow mid through the game you can use for direct attacks from more of a distance. And Hugo even gets to control the rats directly this time, when you get a first person view as you run about the place devouring everybody. While these new tactics are welcome, they can however offer a little bit too much choice on how to puzzle through some of the levels in the best way. Crafting is back and you'll need to look hard for those resources, with a risk-reward mechanic being that the boxes with the items in aren't usually on the most straightforward or direct path of your journey. You'll also upgrade other abilities automatically based on the way you play. If you sneak more, you'll get more sneak ability in inverted commas. If you decide to go down the murdery route, you'll get more joy with that as well. Fans of the first game are sure to enjoy this one just as much. It's a great mix of puzzling, stealth and action, and gives you more choice than before on how to progress. If you're new to this and you have Game Pass, I recommend playing the first one then jumping into this, and you'll have a jolly good time with the plague and the rats. And I'll never say that sentence again. A Plague Tale Requiem gets 8 out of 10.